Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to meet Jeff George. We're very happy to have him. Happy to have anybody running against Connie Mack.
Whatever happens in the presidential elections this November, the partisan rancor in Washington, D.C. is not going to go away. The seemingly intractable and politically unpopular issues aren't going to get resolved easily. Everybody is talking about change and how important change is. And change is good. Change is great. I've been speaking out about the need for change at least for the last 7 years now. And I remember, 7 years ago, anybody who stood up anywhere in front of a microphone or in front of a group and started talking about changing things, there was a word for that person, and that was crazy.
Everybody thinks all the federal retirees are fat and got lots of money, fat cats, and they got all kind of money in the world. The average is like $1,600. You know what the cost of living in Florida is, so it doesn't do you much good. A lot of people have second jobs or had second jobs for which they paid into Social Security. Well, because they get a federal retirement, there's the offset, the windfall elimination, which actually was originally designed to take care of all the generals who worked in the Pentagon, who went out and got jobs through the revolving door with the contractors that they oversaw. But as usual, when you pass things in Washington, and I worked there 30 years, so I'm kind of used to it, you have the unintended consequences that affected everybody else.
Right, only 2% of my pension is not taxed because I'm getting 2% of all the money I paid into this pension back at 2% a year. So if I could live to be about 200 years old, I'll get my money back without paying tax again.
I mean, I paid into Social Security, so why shouldn't I get back what I paid in?
Yes. Other major issue is one where when we were federal employees, our health care was paid with pre-tax dollars. Once you retire, when they wrote the law, they just said employees. They didn't say retirees, so they forgot to put 2 words in there. So as soon as you retire, what was not taxable before, now that you're a retiree and you're getting less money, it's now taxable. Okay. And we've been trying to get that fixed.
We need to stop dancing around these incremental fixes and have a real system of universal health care in this country.
What is your stand on illegal aliens?
The big issue of this year. I guarantee you that's going to be the red meat issue in 2008.
The rules, if the rules that were on the books were enforced, the problem we have today, it wouldn't be as bad as it is. It'll probably still happen, I guess. You go up to Congress, how are you going to change that? Because that's a mindset, that's an operation, that's how they work in Washington.
When you talk about changing things, it requires 2 things. Number one, it requires politicians who are going to go to Washington with the will to change things, and it requires a constituency who is going to have the will, the interest, and most importantly, the means to keep that politician on track. Because more than anything, we want to change the way that election politics run. And the way that we can do that is what we're doing right here, right now. If we change the way that we're running the elections, if we change the way that people can access their congressmen, then that goes a long way towards changing things in Washington.